Good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing this Wednesday morning? So this morning, I
Good
figured.
morning, YouTube.
Oh
How you
shoot!
guys doing this Wednesday morning?
I always forget to turn my darn volume down. I don't know why, but anyway, good morning, everybody. This morning, I figured we do something a little fun and interesting. Okay, I have been talking and telling you guys, trying to explain to you guys, the amount of anti-black woman rhetoric that is continuously on the repeat button in this black YouTube sector. So this morning, I feel like let's have a little. We're going to have a little listening party, and I'm going to play a parts of a live stream put on by one of the leaders of the SYSBM, one of the leaders of the Savior Self Black Men Brigade. And in this video, they are pretty much overthrowing one of the old heads, one of the old leaders of the anti black woman or the he-man woman haters club. Okay, and they pretty much don't want him dragging his knuckles over there anymore. They don't like him because they say that he still wants to deal with black women, which is true. And this Obsidian, which I had to put his name in the title, because this whole video, the way that they spoke to him is very funny. He is a agent of chaos, and he spreads his venom, all over YouTube, saying the most derogatory about the most derogatory, demeaning things, or the most verbally abusive things about women that he can say. Thing is, he says it only to get paid. Good morning, Deej. How you doing? He's only saying these things to get paid. He's an old head, and we know that, he really, at the end of the day, only wants to be with a good black woman. And because he is a old derelict, in the words of Cerulean Gray, incel, he can't get what he wants, so he, launches his fantasy world, which is very lucrative for him, in order to, pay his bills and order to, live his best online life. Well, there is another group of people, like I said, the SYSBM, another he-man black woman haters group. Well, they are devout in their hate for the black woman. Like, they really mean what they're saying. Not only do they hate the black woman, they hate certain types of black men, and they saw Obsidian coming from a mile away. Okay, and that is and they did a live stream. He hopped on the live stream. He's trying to hitch his wagon until to the back of their horses. Because, good morning, Jessica. How you doing? They're trying to hitch. He's trying to hitch his wagon to the back of their horses because, they now have the floor as it pertains to the, good morning, Cloud, the leaders of the anti-black woman. Good morning, Kimberly. And he wants to be a part of that, right? So they see him coming a mile away, and they're basically not going to have it. So the other night, this bad bus driver guy, good morning, Love Wisdom, who is one of the leaders, like I said, of the SYSBM crazies over there. They had him on the show. They pretty much, disrespected him, invalidated anything that he had to say. And then a little bit after that, Angry Man came on there and gave him the business. And so I'm doing this video because it's absolutely funny to me. Y'all know I can be real messy sometimes. And Obsidian and I have, gone a couple of rounds with one another. So I am overjoyed to see him be called out for the, chaos demon, the hustler that he is. Okay, because this SYSBM, like I said, they're devout in their disdain towards the black community and the black woman, right? To the point to where they want to disown their own family. Okay, so they don't want to hear anything basically that Obsidian has to say. Obsidian can't take that because they say, this is what they say now, every organization every platform that springs up, in this black sector, he hitches his wagon to it, and at the end he only wants to drag and destroy it, right? Good morning, Sagittarius, Eric Bird, Midnight Star. Good morning, everybody. Right. So anyway, like I said, we're gonna have a listening party this morning, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me, because I don't know if you heard this live stream from the other night, but in case you didn't, I'm going to play it for you. And not am I going to play it for you, I also want to play it for you because I want some of you ladies that have never heard some of the things that are coming out of these angry black men's mouths. Okay, I'm not even angry at them anymore. They're unfortunate. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you start listening to them, you will understand why they can't find any black women to deal with them. You know, and so they're angry about that. They're angry at their families or their moms or whatever. They're angry at the black community. They're angry at everybody, but themselves. Because at the end of the day, if you can't find anybody to love you, if your family doesn't want to deal with you, you need to point the finger at yourself. Because, after a while, you should realize that it's something, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I am the one that's unlovable. It is only my fault. It's not the black woman's fault. It is not the black community's fault. Maybe it's just me. Okay. But anyway, as it pertains to Obsidian, like I said, any popular thing that's going on in the black sector, he wants to hitch his wagon to it, and after a while, he wants to make money off of it. He wants to clout chase off of it, but in the end, he's going to destroy it because he wants to be the only one. I don't know if some of you guys are my age, but there used to be a show or a movie called The Highlander, and on The Highlander, one thing they used to say is there can be only one. There can be only one. One Highlander at the top of the mountain, better than all the Highlanders. He is the one. You remember that love wisdom? See, that is Obsidian mindset. Okay, he wants to be the only one. So he's saying that's why SBM started to get some traction, because these crazies have been around for a while now, right? There are, I understand that the Black Manosphere has dismantled. In this video, Angry Man is blaming Obsidian for dismantling the Black Manosphere. He says everywhere he goes, he wants to destroy, the people's platforms, right? And I've seen him do it a couple of times. Now, why they keep paying attention to Obsidian, I don't know. But SYSBM say, no, we ain't having it. We don't want you dragging your knuckles over there. Okay, and in case some of you black women haven't heard, some of the things that they actually say about us, I'm going to let you listen to some of the things this morning. They call us straggles or maggles or something. There's a couple of terminologies and I don't even understand what they mean, but they're referring to black women, or either they're referring to the destruction of the black community. They're referring to these black men that they don't like, and pretty much they can't get along with. See, black men as a whole in the sector, whether they're SYSBM, Black Manosphere, More, MGTOW, Incel, at the end of the day, because of their mental disorders, this group-like mentality psychosis that they're undergoing, they can't get along with themselves. So us black women, we don't have to be angry with them anymore. All we have to do is sit and watch them destroy themselves and laugh about it. And so that's pretty much what we're going to do this morning. We're going to have us a little listening party, and a little later on, if you guys want me to, I will drop the link. If you want to hop on the stream and let us know what you feel about all of this stuff that I'm getting ready to play. Okay, so yeah, I'll drop the link in a little while if you guys request it. If not, that's cool too. But like I said, we're going to have a listening party, and if you guys let me pull this up, my phone is doing strange things, but if you guys let me pull this up, we're going to get started listening. Now, the video is like over 2 hours long, so I'm going to be skipping through, backwards and forwards maybe, because I kind of want you guys to get the general idea. But the part that I really want you guys to hear is the part when Angry Man is going at Obsidian, and before Angry Man, goes in on Obsidian, the math bus driver is, pretty much, putting him in his place or whatever. They're really not trying to, listen to anything that he has to say. So, Angry Man, Obsidian, you're an old head and they don't want to hear anything that you have to say anymore. Okay? No more hitching your wagon to SYSBM. They don't want you no more. They don't love me no more. Anyway, let me pull up this video for you guys. So hold on. I'm glad Claude is in here so he can moderate for me. Because Claude, I'm going to switch off of this screen for a minute. I'm going to have to go to another one if you're in here. You know how it goes with the trolls or whatever. Because I'm going to play this audio for you guys. I can't play the video, but I can play the audio. And so just give me a second. I'll set it up. Because it's very, very, very I was getting my whole life over this video. Just let me say. Because it's very interesting when you have a group of men and they don't want any women involved, and that's perfectly fine. But it's very interesting to listen to them interact with one another because they really don't even get along with one another. They don't get along with each other, let alone black women. They don't like each other either. They don't like themselves. So, let's see here. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me try to pull it up for you. Okay, this is 26 minutes into the video. Okay, so here we go.
Finally free from work, and I saw you.
Hit the one if you guys can hear this for me, please.
I'll be able to get on. So glad to be here. Glad to see the other guys here. Verbs, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on, bro? I'm cool, man. How you been, man?
Man, just working and just living that SYSBM lifestyle.
Exactly.
And I want you guys to pay attention to how crazy they sound. Just listen. It's crazy.
I was actually listening to a few live streams, and
now this is before they get to Obsidian, okay? Obsidian is not there yet, guys.
In the grave yet, and we got certain people. I'm gonna try to keep this PC related to that.
They talk about us black women.
Our channel doesn't get flagged, whatnot. But we got certain people who are complaining about how the money is going to other communities. So why should we even bother mourning over the death of Mr. Bryant? And when I saw that those talking points and all, I was like, you know what? I'm glad this is happening right now because I want the world to truly see.
Y'all hit the like button, okay?
Nature of the certain groups of people. I want the world to truly see.
They're talking about us black women
of his own skin tone, who supposed to be his people. This is how he's being treated, and they will understand why the best and brightest of this group are going elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Let me pause it for a second. Now, when they say that they're talking about the best and brightest black men, they are leaving the black community, and it's no wonder they're leaving the community because these black women speak derogatorily about them, and they consider themselves to be the best and brightest, and they think that we are hurt in some way that they have chosen to date outside of their race. But this is what they're talking about, right? So let's continue. And like I said, this is before Obsidian comes on. I'm gonna fast forward to that, but I wanted you to hear this because a lot of you have no idea of how derogatorily they speak about black women, and moreover, you have no idea about how much they think we give a care if whether they stay with black women in the community or whether they go. We simply do not care. But in their mind, they think that they are so important that we care what they do, where they stay, what they think about us, or anything. Anyway, let's continue. Y'all please hit the like button.
I mean, it's some sad shit. That yeah, I mean, because when other people see that, that their own group is out here just shitting on them, especially the day of, and people are online. Well, I don't care. He was with a non-ADOS. He was in a non-ADOS. So why should I care? All that money's going away. All that money just disappeared. So why should I even care?
See, it's catch-22. They want to say they didn't want you because you don't act a certain way or you don't look a certain type, just like what you just talked about earlier. But then when other groups of women sees you in a totally different light and actually has no problem expressing themselves publicly about you, all of a sudden, we can't have that. I mean, what do you want me to do with you?
What other group of women are they talking about that see them as being so adoring, fat Anglo women? Anyway, let's continue.
Let's become a social eunuch or some sort of eunuch and have no life in and of itself.
Hey, wait, one thing. Anybody knows can get in contact. Let's Be Frank is in the chat. He sent me an email and he said he didn't come through. I didn't see it. So his server might be blocked from me because I may have blocked. I don't know what type of server he's using. But if anybody, you guys that are right now currently on the screen have his email, send him the link to the show if anybody knows.
Yeah, I can send it to him. I have his link.
Okay, so send him a link to the show so he can get on. Ben, you said you having a little opposing view. Could you hop on in and let us know what the deal is?
Yes, sir. First, I would like to say peace to you, MBD. Peace, Baba, and all the
What's
other
going on, bro?
channel. Yeah. Well, I want to. It's kind of an opposing view because I want to kind of look at it from a different angle, and it might come across as an opposing view. But hear me out. If us brothers here in the West, if we came up under a matriarchal system, which the majority of us did, were directly affected and shaped and molded by said matriarchal system, but yet and still we rose above that to become, how you say, productive in our own rights, then one could assume that, I wouldn't say the majority, but at least a portion of domestic ADOS Black women would be able to do the same. Would you not agree?
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I see where you're going.
I got that. Hold on, let's see. Here we go.
Exactly, knowledge is power. Those are the Anglo women are the ones that's calling Kobe a rapist. Are they not watching Twitter? I agree with you.
You up on deck?
That's right, Asia.
Saying, Ben,
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? Yes, your comment that you sent me under that video. Yeah, this is the reason why we're here. King Sigma sent me an email highlighting, just a little back and forth that we were dealing with. So go ahead. Ben said his little piece on that. You can go ahead and
they're very boring, by the way.
I can't see who's on the panel. I know Benjamin D'Souza and
you guys bear with me. It's like they're in church or something, right?
Soul Shady.
Boring.
Hey, what's going on?
So, I'm Baba Tunde.
What's going on, Verbs, man, bro?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, cool, man. Cool.
All right. So, you want me to lead it off? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. As I said, well, let me get off like this. I am true to the game. That's why I SYSBM.
You're true to the game,
brother.
Ooh.
Mad Bus Driver.
Ooh.
Put out that moniker on YouTube. I live this life.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no joke. Okay? As I told you before, how long I've been married, my family, and I've been in this, how can I say it, since the first gender war. Okay? And I've been Black American all my life. I've seen the dysfunction. And brothers have taken the brunt of all this dysfunction.
Ooh.
You see.
Black male tears.
Time out for that.
Ooh.
All brothers are not the same.
Ooh.
Okay? I found that out a long time ago. There's different types of brothers, different groups of brothers. Okay? And as I said, there's a group of brothers who are not culturally compatible with this black amalgam. Okay? And we are in a multicultural and multi-ethnic society. Okay, despite all the nuts and berries that these B1 Negroes and these Pan-Africanists like to dispel, they're not going to have their Wakanda in North America. So I'm saying to get out of this matriarchy, brothers of like mind, unite. Okay? So you can must remain focused.
Right.
And matter of fact, change the paradigm, not just for yourself, but for your legacy.
Ooh.
That's what I'm about. Bringing like-minded brothers together who are not of the mindset of continuing this dysfunction. And you cannot move on from where you've been or where you saved yourself from if you're going to continue to reach back and bring that vessel which transmit that pathology.
Y'all know that we are the vessel, right? Us black women, we are the vessel.
I completely agree with that. I ain't got a problem with that.
That's where I stand.
Okay, Ben.
The collective psychosis is real.
He's hardline SYSBM.
Ooh.
So, Ben, do you have because you're slightly on the other side of the fence. Do you have like a counter argument to that?
Well, what I would say to that is, there are brothers who are socially incompatible with this particular culture, this matriarchal culture.
They're talking about black women.
We are faced with. That's true. But I would also venture to say that there are some women who are incompatible with this matriarchal culture as well. But if I could add a caveat to that, I would say that women are by nature followers. So they are more susceptible to at least knuckle under, even if they don't believe it in their heart. They'll just go along to get along with the popular stance, and the popular stance of the day, as it is today, is matriarchy. So for the most part, for the majority of it, if you come across a domestic and she may be in her heart of heart decent, she's knuckled under and has succumbed to the programming. It won't be very.
So they're talking about us black women, and they're saying most black women are followers of feminism, even if we don't believe in it. Us black women, we're going to go along with those women that don't, want to be beat down verbally. We don't want to be abused physically or mentally or emotionally or even sexually. We don't want to live under a failed system of patriarchy. We don't want to be secluded to the house and pregnant and being the maid servants of these men. We are followers if we want to be independent, strong-minded, sane, non-dysfunctional women. Okay? And even if you don't want to, thank you, NYW, even if you don't believe in being a non-domestic, you're going to be a non-domestic because your mind is weak and you are a follower. Okay, because in your heart of hearts, you really want to bow down to the abusive, dysfunctional, psychotic black male. Okay, so anyway, let's continue.
Many you'll find that will diverge from that programming. So I do see what he's saying. I'm not saying give them a chance. I'm not saying cut them any slack. I'm not saying give them a shot before you do that. I'm not saying none of that at all. I'm just saying I'm not looking at it as an absolute. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
All right. I'll let you respond to that real quick. Oh, were you done? I'm sorry. I want to.
No, go ahead, brother. You got it, brother.
Okay, I want to respond to that. So, as we've seen
today
and yesterday, our brother who represents a life, a SYSBM lifestyle.
They're talking about Kobe Bryant, y'all. This is the eulogy. Okay.
And we see how to daggle them.
Telling us black women.
Because now the man ain't even made it to the morgue. Good enough.
Body ain't even cold. Ooh.
And now they trash him.
Ooh.
He's a rapist. This money.
The Anglo women they seek call him a rapist.
We all hear the bullshit. Okay? And not just that, but all the other fuckery.
Ooh.
And so my brother Benjamin says,
Oh.
yes, there may be some good ones in the black amalgam.
Oh.
That may be true.
Ooh.
Yes, she's knuckled under and succumbed to the matriarchy and gynocracy. But let me say this, brother.
Ooh.
I am an older Gen Xer.
Ooh.
When I came on the scene, things were flipped on the south side of Chicago. The majority...
Pop Cloud, please get Nutwood 2 out of the building. Nutwood 2 is not welcome. Let's go on to listen to this preacher's eulogy, and after this, I will fast forward into the obsidian portion of the show. But I just wanted you ladies to get a general idea of the collective psychosis that is going on between the ill-fated minds of these unfortunate incels. Okay, hold on. Let's continue.
The households had intact families.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
There were extended families.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm.
Grandma, grandpa, cousin, or uncle lived in that house with mom and dad and the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And around 1976, 75, in the neighborhood that I lived in, see, I never knew about divorce. But around that time, I started to hear about it. And on my street, there was house after house after house after house
After house
that fell apart.
that fell apart.
And whose hands did this happen?
Let me guess, the black woman's.
That's right. This so-called needle in a haystack.
Ooh.
You see, I watched the community come apart. And this is before crack came in. Okay? You hear these hoes talking about they want protection. But what these hoes want is for you to take them back to where they were in the late 60s, early 70s.
No.
When they willingly destroyed this shit.
Ooh, I told you I was at fault.
So I'm asking you, brothers, for the last 50, 60 years, what have these so-called needle in the haystacks done? Besides succumbing to the black matriarchy, to the gynocracy. I'll tell you what they've done. STD rates out the yin yang.
Oh, wow.
Divorce rates skyrocketing.
Oh, wow.
Bastardy at an all-time world high. Okay? That's the work of the so-called needle in the haystack. You see, they ain't did shit but participate in it and hide their hand. I live in a southern state where the law is this: if someone commits a crime and you are there with them, you are charged with the same crime, with the same punishment. And as SYSBM, the daggle is guilty, and the bitch that was succumbing to the daggle is guilty. Fuck that bitch.
Can I address something in the chat real quick? Roger Cyborg. I'm not coming with the.
So that is how they feel about the black woman. It is our fault for the rise in sexually transmitted diseases. Now, what about if you are that mom, you are at home, you are a faithful, because we know that more time than not, the black woman is faithful to her man, but in the meantime, he's going out, he's sleeping with every, Tatiana on the other side of town. And if he's not, sleeping with every Tatiana on the other side of town, he's sleeping with his friend. He's sleeping with one of his male friends. When he tells you he's going to the gym, he's really, going to the gym to go in the changing room and, do obscene things and disgusting things with other men, i.e. the download culture. Okay, so, but it is us that has caused all these sexually transmitted diseases to flourish. It is us. I guess we've made all these single babies, they call them B-words. We've made them by ourselves. We've just done this. We've just destroyed the black community. all by our GD self at the same dang time. Okay? Now, they don't have any, part of, the spreading of sexually transmitted diseases. Moreover, HIV and AIDS, when it comes to the heterosexual black woman. Now, see, the reason why, truth be told, let me pause right here. The reason why the rate of straight black women, the reason why the rate of HIV is so high in the black community is because of the down low men. But okay, we're just gonna forget about that, okay? All right, it's because you have these women at home. You do sleep with them. You do have children by them, but they are nothing more than beards. Okay, so that you can go behind the building and in the gym locker rooms and do what you want and do strange things with your brothers. Okay, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We just go. Now let me fast forward this. Okay, and let's move on to the obsidian portion of the show. But I just wanted to let you ladies hear, for your own self, via your own ears, the things that they are saying about us black women. Not that we care. It's just that some of you, have listened to me speak about these, she-man black woman haters, but you've never heard it with your own ears. And I wanted you to hear it for yourself this morning. Okay? So anyway, moving forward, that is what they think of us. So when you hear me say, when you hear me talking about divesting from the abuse, this is what I mean. Okay, this is the rhetoric that is being spread. Okay, about us black women. So when I advise you to divest from the abuse, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, let me fast forward. Give me a second here. Because like I said, the whole video is over 2 hours long, and I want to get to the fun part of it all. So I'm going to start right here at 1:01:13 in the video. I think Obsidian is on by now. If not, I will. Yeah. I hope that you guys are hitting the like button. Thank you so much. Anyway, let me hit play.
Over petty shit. Not really what we're trying to do.
Who's going to war with
No, I'm not saying, don't
okay, this is Mad Bus
issue.
Driver getting Obsidian in check, okay?
Well, a lot of people are. Trust me, a lot of people. I've been watching videos and stuff like that. No need to even bring up names. But, watching videos, hearing stuff coming in, live streams. You see it all over the place. But anyways, this particular topic was about, can you find a quality Stargate with an American black woman?
I don't know what a Stargate is.
Thoughts on that?
I think it's possible. Now, is it likely at this juncture? Not likely. Is it possible? Yes.
All right. Anybody got some? Explain. Go deeper in that, I guess.
Well, it's possible. Is it possible to do that? Yeah, it's possible. Is it likely? Not likely. And the reason why, is all. I just got finished having a conversation with somebody who's an academic who's been studying all this. And, of course, like so many academics I've talked to about this issue, they just can't bring themselves to admit that the rank and file black woman today is just not a viable mate. They can't bring themselves to admit it. I don't even see,
we are not viable mates, black women.
If we were talking about the viability of black men today, nobody would have a problem with dealing with all the foibles that black men as a group have. But when it comes to doing the same thing with black women, we meaning those black academics, they just can't bring themselves to say it. They just can't do it. We're supposed to look past all of that. The weight, the attitudes, the very often the kids, the mental problems. We're just supposed to look past all of that. Why?
Well, I would say
anybody got anything to say?
I would say they are academics. Then what they're most concerned with is probably their livelihood. That's number one. Why they will not be straightforward about it.
Now, again, is it possible to find a sister in the United States, born and bred, to work with? Yes, it's possible. Is it likely? I would say at this point, no.
In the past, yeah. At this point, right now, today, not as much.
Let this play. I'm going to get the door, guys.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm at the same.
Cloud, please keep an eye on the room, Cloud, because I got to go get
I mean, I'm coming from a UK perspective, and the women over here in the United Kingdom are exactly the same as the United States. The weave, that's not natural. That's abnormal. So that's a reflection of their mental state. I mean, so you've got that issue, and then you've got the same weight issue as with black women in the United States. And then you've got then you've got the disease issue, and then you've got the single mother issue. See, there's too many factors, man. Too many factors. Even if you found one of these women out of the blue, again, it's that trust issue. You know what I mean? That trust, knowing that basically you have black women in other countries who are being influenced by women in the West.
I think the problem in you brought up the B1 things, the whole pro-black. So there's a really good book that was released about a decade ago by Eugene Robinson. He's a writer, Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter for the Washington Post. He's also a talking head on MSNBC. I don't know if he's still on there, but at the time he was a decade ago. And he wrote a book called Disintegration, the Splintering of Black America. And one of the groups that he talked about was the Emergent. And the Emergent, there were two distinct groups. One group in the Emergent was the children of immigrants, black immigrants, people from Africa, people from the Caribbean, and so forth, coming here to the United States. Their children are now coming into their own, into adulthood, their 20s, 30s, and beyond. Then there's another aspect of the emerging group, and that is the children of biracial parents. One of the parents is black, the other is non-black. I think that has import. I think both have import for us, and how it ties in to the B1 or the pro-black side. And that's this. There is a lot of anxiety over what we're seeing as really the de facto end of Black America as we've known it. The end of Black love. And Black love plays a big role here. Because without Black love, there is no black family. Without Black family, there is no Black community. Without the Black community, there is no Black America. We're watching this happen in real time. Minute by minute with, 24-hour social media. The Black manosphere has essentially become its own kind of, network with 24-hour a day programming of one type or another. And
24-hour anti-black woman propaganda.
And this is exemplified to some extent by the pro-black sector, who have a vested interest. They vested so much emotionally in the idea of Black love, the Black family, and so forth. They're seeing it changing before their very eyes. They're seeing Black people who are not ADOS Black coming in and giving their own spin on what it means to be Black in America. They're watching biracial people with a Black parent come in and give their own spin on what it means to be Black in America. And I think the reason why the SYSBM issue is such a flashpoint is because these are the guys who are they're the tip of the spear. They're the ones that are actually bringing on that emergent group that Robinson was talking about a decade ago. And that's a very that's a very unsettling feeling for a lot of Black Americans. I don't think this is a point that should be lost on the SYSBM side. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, that point is not lost, and that's why we are here as SYSBM brothers tonight to get this cleared up. Because just as you write.
Hold on, but let me pause right there and just say, the only reason why Obsidian is over there in the SYSBM in this live stream is because, like I said at the beginning of the show, he's simply trying to hitch his wagon to the horses because SYSBM is very popular right now among the He-Man woman haters crowd. We know Obsidian has profited off of this anti-black woman rhetoric for years. He is, and even when he's speaking against when he's speaking against pro-blacks, he then will go over to the pro-black side or the B1 side and speak against SYSBM. Do you see what I'm saying? And he was over there in on one of the B1 network's platforms yesterday, speaking out against SYSBM because they pretty much didn't want to hear his nonsense. They wasn't falling for it, and so yeah, I just want to mention it to you guys. And then the only reason why he's doing this is for profit. He wants to be the only one. So if he has to destroy whatever platform he has to destroy as it pertains to the bashing of black women, he is going to, try to cozy up to your platform and then destroy it from within. Okay. And anyway, let's continue. Let's listen to some more. I just want to help you guys to this rhetoric that he's spewing. He's only doing is trying to kiss up to Mad Bus Driver and SYSBM. Okay, this is why he's over there. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Be pointed to Eugene Robinson's book, Disintegration, regarding the two halves of the emergent portion of, quote unquote, the overall Black America. Okay, a significant portion of the brothers in SYSBM are partaking in that biracial portion, in that mixed race blacks that are coming forward. I'm front and center. Okay, my children are that. Ooh. And I'm on the front door of becoming a grandparent of even greater mixture of grandkids. So we have a front.
He is so happy that he is trying to breed out his blackness. I mean, self-hate is real and it's very unfortunate. They hate their black self so much that they want to actually try to breed it out of their bloodline. But here's the thing. You can never, and some people believe that you can breed out blackness. Now, it's true that you may be able to breed out the melanin in your seed skin or whatever by, procreating with a non-black person, but you can never breed out your blackness. Okay. So it is ridiculous because without that melanin that you keep producing, without black women, without black people, this planet would cease to exist. We are the first. The black woman was the first, and we will be the last. You can never breed out black. Okay, I don't care what book they're reading. I don't care what they're listening to. You can never outbreed black. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. No matter how much they hate themselves, by the way.
Row seats for this corner of SYSBM brothers. And why I'm here is that I want a community for my legacy. And I'm seeking other brothers in the same mind frame as me and same lifestyle as me. That's why we are here at SYSBM, you see. Mm-hmm. That's what this is about. Oh. I have a stake in this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's about self-hate.
I'll jump on the topic, y'all.
Yes, go ahead, Trey.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, man, it's good to see you again. Just a little heads up my background. I'm 21 years in the Army. I'm a, two-parent home. I spent 16 years married to a daggle. And thank God
black
I'm
woman.
free now.
They're calling us daggles, by the way.
But I look at it this way. The
whatever
topic,
that
can
means.
You find a good Stargate? Yeah. Needle in the haystack, of course. I run across them every single day in my line of work. But for guys my age, Gen Xers, most of those women are under 23 years old.
Listen to this guy, and you tell me in the chat if he doesn't sound like a pedo or not. I really want you guys to hear him. He sounds like a pedo to me. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But in my opinion, listen to him. He sounds like a pedo. He sounds like he has been watching, and oogling and fantasizing about his daughter's friends. Just listen.
And I see a lot of them because of, my daughters are, one's a freshman in college and one's still a freshman in high school. And I see a lot of the younger black women are coming up, and that whole daggone mentality that the girls my daughters hang around is gone. There's nothing of it whatsoever. And, you know, for the younger guys, the Gen Zs, the millennials, yeah, these girls are coming into age. It's possible for you all. But as far as us, as far as Gen Xers, I tell you, this is why I listen to old man. It ain't happening. Forget it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, I think.
Let me just say that gone is the day of the black woman willingly being beat down, being abused via domestic violence or anything else. These young women are simply not having it anymore. Okay, but they are still reminiscing about the days. I'm talking about pre-domestic violence laws. Okay, and at the end of the day, these guys, I'm gonna call them the knots because they are not that bright. They are not sane. They are not attractive. They are not apt as it pertains to socializing. They are just not. They are not wanted in the community, and they are especially not wanted by younger black women. Okay, and what you should not do is sound like a pedo, you know, for the whole world to hear you. But anyway, let's listen to this knot again. Okay. So we are daggles, black women. I'm going to start calling them knots, the KNOTS, because they are not wanted. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
These younger guys, a lot of these younger guys ain't even bothering either. I mean, I've got a lot of young guys who basically comment on my website, and they're saying like, well, you know what, these black chicks out here, like, we call them the millennials, right? They'd say, no, they're basically, most of them are write-offs as well. I mean, so I think it's a case where what you're seeing is like a minority. I mean, this dysfunctional behavior that black women are engaging in, it's universal, man. This is pervasive. I mean, we're not only dealing with like multi-generations, but we're dealing with, it's an international case that we're dealing with now. But these black women all over the world are engaging in dysfunctional behavior.
Hey, BA, the ones I'm seeing, bro, these are women under 18 and under, where I'm seeing that generational shift.
Just
because of, you know, my business and, you know, being around my daughters and their friends. It's insane. Like the entire, and you know, my ex is a dago, my youngest is around her all the time, and she carries none of those characteristics. Thank God. Like people actually come up to me and ask me, like, "Wow, your daughters are so well mannered. They're so." And people actually want to tell. I know what they want to say. They're going to say like, "Oh, they're not typical black females." That's what they really want to say. But I did my best to raise them that way. So you know what? They will be able to eventually find a man out there.
I just want to give a slight pushback.
This is a scary situation.
As someone who was a recent college tutor, and we had a chance to, and I'm also a millennial. So as someone who had a chance to tutor the Generation Zs and beyond, I can say maybe your black girls who somewhat have a two-parent household, they're probably stand a better chance, but I still wouldn't lean towards their changing a shift overall. So just a slight pushback from my experience.
That's why I was going to say too, because my daughter just graduated high school a couple of years ago. And like I say, we've been in the same neighborhood since she was 2 years old. I've seen these kids grow up, become young adults. And yes, you are right, Brother Signal, that the few Black American couples who have that mother and the father, the biological parents of that daughter, yes, she acts and behaves as her contemporaries, okay? But as we know from the statistics, that is not the majority of Black America. You still got the all pushing 80% bastardy rate. You still got the, 60, 80% divorce rate. So, as I said before, when I came into the scene, when I was born, it was flipped. The majority of the households were mother, father. Might even be grandpa, grandma in there, cousins, aunts. It's not like that now.
Okay, I need to make a proclamation. because I stated it before, but I just got to do it because I don't want to get the two get mixed.
Let me pause this for a minute, guys. The guy that was speaking about his kids and his and his daughter's friends, he sounds like a pedo to me. I agree with NYW said, and good morning, everybody. If I hadn't spoken to you, NYW says, if you're Gen X, you are at least in your very late 40s, absolutely, into your early 50s. Why is he dealing with young 18-year-olds? Absolutely, NYW. That is a point that I was trying to make. But anyway, let's go on because Angry Man is about to pop in any minute here. And so let's listen to a little bit more of the madness, okay? And I'll stop the thing after Angry Man gets through speaking because, like I said, this video is over 2 hours long, and I know you guys don't want to, but I really want you to hear what Angry Man is going to say to Obsidian. Since Obsidian's name in the title, I'm still going to drop the if you guys want me to, I will drop the link to the StreamYard in case you guys want to come up after the video and, speak your piece or let me know what you think about all of this anti-black woman, this very demented anti-black woman rhetoric. Or is it just me? Is it normal? Are they right? Anyway, let's continue.
Stop, because I'm thinking about it really hard. But I said it before. So SYSBM is its own sphere. We are not the black manosphere. We are not a part of that or the Negro manosphere. The manosphere in general, I guess you could say that, but we are not part of.
I'm trying to understand why you were.
Real simple. The black manosphere allows too many scraggles amongst their midst, and that has destroyed that unity, and I do not want that.
He's telling Obsidian that they do not want to be associated with the black manosphere or Obsidian in his rhetoric because he this crazy mad bus driver believes that because us black women come into the chats and we are allowed in their chats, allowed for lack of a better word, because you can't allow me to do nothing. I'm grown. I do what I want to do. This is YouTube, right? But anyway, because of that, it is the black women that have destroyed the black manosphere platforms. But Angry Man is going to come on in a little bit and let you know what actually destroyed the black manosphere. And by Angry Man's recollection, it is not the black woman coming onto the platform. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
Shit. Hold on. I do not want that shit brought over to SYSBM. And I see it eroding on the outskirts of the shit. And I want to shut that shit down right now.
Let me ask.
Can I? Well, I'm not done yet. God dang it. It's not. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but shit. What I'm trying to say is, I understand what would be some pushback to try to make it a part of some shit that I was not trying to be down with from the beginning. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. One of the cats that were ahead of that shit fucked with me from the beginning, right? The first video that man made was fucking with me. So I can't be down with a sphere or that shit, knowing that is out there like that. I gotta keep
blackmail
my
unity.
shit, and anybody that's running, that's really running in that banner. We are a separate group, and I'm not trying to get mixed up and my name mixed up with all of that other yickety yak. So we are part of the manosphere, but I'm not a part. We're gonna be beyond. We're international. I'm sorry, we're international, and that's how I want to keep it. So I don't want to be stuck local, stuck in American, stuck in the hood type shit. And that's just the way how I feel it. There's no need to argue over it. Okay, Morpheus wants to get on. So I need one of you guys to fall back.
I could jump into the back room, indeed.
All right.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Sigma Jones.
Okay. All righty.
Hey, I just wanted to drop
Morpheus.
It seems to me that by definition, O'Shea is international. By definition.
I wasn't talking about him. I wasn't talking about. I don't even know why his name needed to be brought up. But I wasn't even talking about. There's no need to bring that up. Anyways, what I'm saying.
Did y'all hear Obsidian try to get something started between O'Shea and Mad Bus Driver? Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, he may be international, but the main focus of the manosphere is the United States, or the Negro manosphere, or the Black manosphere, whatever manosphere like that is. It's pretty much like what we're talking about is America. Most of the brothers are over here in America. Right. And so that argument is, yeah, so one guy may be over there, but the core audience is here. My group that we're fooling around with is international. I got guys emailing me from Japan, from the Philippines, brothers out there in South America, all over the place. People moving, got brothers down in Australia, all of that shit. We're international.
Ooh.
So I don't want to be hemmed into a box.
But internationally crazy.
I don't see anybody trying to hem you into a box.
No, we're not saying that, there's a particular agenda to. It is just each individual people who are part of whatever other groups, members are mixing the streams and shit.
Let me ask you a question, Mad Bus Driver. Let me ask you.
Go ahead.
When's the last time you've been to a Black family reunion?
Never.
Okay. Most Black people are not like you. I would say at least 90% of Black people in the United States, and I admit that I'm talking about the United States. Most Black people are not like you. That is to say that they have no interest in a Black family reunion. They have no interest in familial ties. Most Black people are not like you. And what I am going to say, you may disagree with, and I think this kind of gets at the crux of what we're talking about here. Most Black men who go the SYSBM route are not going to be like you. They're not going to say, I'm willing to cut off my entire family and leave them behind and go and form a little enclave with other brothers like me who have non-Black mates and form an entire new community.
Okay, well then they can run they can run under some other banner then.
Yeah.
So
that's not SYSBM,
right. So you can run under some other banner, and that's it.
Did y'all catch Obsidian trying to put down a wedge between SYSBM, and now they are lashing back. Obsidian's trying to say, well, there may be some men, as demented as you, but all of them are not willing to shirk off their entire families. And so now Mad Bus Driver and the other guys are countering him by saying, no, you're wrong about that. And if they don't want to do what we want to do, then they can just leave. But did y'all catch Obsidian trying to cause some dissension in the ranks already? This is how he tears platforms apart. But at this point in time, these guys are not having it. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. Chaos Demon.
So you don't have to rep SYSBM. So if we lose 1,000, whatever it is we lose, people want to watch our shit because they want to, convert with Scraggle Daggles, or they need to have some of that BW Punani that night. That's gravy. That's not me. And there's a lot of brothers out there that are just like me, believe it or not, who out here who are willing to let that shit burn. And
let it burn, let it burn.
But the thing is, anybody basically is not SYSBM, because SYSBM is about employing standards. That's written in the tenet. So one of the standards would be, any dysfunctional family members, you cut them off. This is what I said before. This lifestyle is for the few, not for the many. When I basically put out those tenets, and when I took on board this lifestyle, I completely understood that it was for the few. I mean, it's not for the many.
Well, see, it is a problem. It is a problem, if I may. I'm not.
There is no problem.
I don't feel that
there is no problem. There really isn't.
Hang on.
Listen, there really isn't no problem.
Here's the rub.
Uh-oh.
For a lot of Black American men,
and I don't care.
Hang on. For a lot of
how that worked out.
Hang on now. For a lot of Black American men, I think what you're getting at, MBD, may indeed be the ultimate future of Black men who go the route that you do. I think in the next few to next, say, 2 generations will settle the matter one way or the other. I mean, could there be essentially, for lack of a better way of putting this, a kind of mulatto class that comes up in Black America over the next 20 to 30 years? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It could.
There has always, for a long time now, been a mulatto class. They are called the Creole. Is he for real? Anyway, let's continue. Uh-oh. Hold on. I keep getting these, what do you call this?
It could very well happen.
Black City, let me jump on this topic real quick. And what I see coming from the man,
yes, Angry Man. I'm gonna send you. Email me. I'll put the email here, and just email me, and you can get on.
Hey, one thing I see with this, real quick. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, one thing that I see, especially in the Negro manosphere, and when brothers try to hop on the SYSBM bandwagon, is they try to lump into this. Oh, if you're gonna leave the Matrix, or you're gonna leave Black America, you got to go somewhere else and find you a Black woman. A Black Japanese woman, a Black Australian, a Black Colombian. No.
Right.
We choose to find what we want. That's the whole thing about this is choice. And there's a ton of brothers out here. A city, man, I follow you, I listen to you every day. But there's a ton of brothers out here, a huge group. And we think exactly like Mad Bus Driver. We're like, fuck it, burn it to the ground. We want nothing to do with the community. Fuck family reunions, fuck toxic family members, fuck it all. We're done with it.
Right. So my question becomes, like I talk to a lot of brothers who have gone the route that you've gone. I mean, the guys I talk to on a regular basis have wives and children with women that are not Black American born. So my question becomes, can either you or Mad Bus Driver or anybody else on the panel give us some sense of the metrics here? What numbers are we talking? 100?
Well, I couldn't really tell you that because right now, part of Trojan Magician. I don't know if he's up here or not, but his WhatsApp group, there's about 300 brothers strong, and like I was the first one to join his group. And what happened was all these brothers started saying the same thing. Man, I thought I was the only one. No, I thought I was the only one. No, I thought I was the only one. And there's a ton of brothers out here that think this way, but most are scared to speak it up or say it because they're scared of what their Black family members might say.
Ooh.
Well, let's look at that. I mean, they are their family members.
Yeah, and a lot of folks out there don't have the balls just to reach down and say, "Hey, fuck y'all, I'm out."
Again, these are family members.
Listen.
Let me say something.
Go ahead, bro.
Commercial. Hold on, guys. Can you believe it got this crap monetized? Wow, that is incredible to me. Hold on, let me fast forward the commercials if I can here. Okay, here we go.
It doesn't matter if they're family. It doesn't matter if it's the president. It don't matter. We're separated. We're separating from it.
Separate.
There's no compromise to it.
We out.
If
Deuces.
Mad Bus Driver, Marvin Tunes, GW Stream, the Kiraka Jones, if they put out the tenets, that's what the tenets is. That's what it is. It's like the Marines, the few, the crowd, SYSBM. There is no compromise. That culture is destructive. I don't care if it is a woman that may submit or whatever. She still has that programming in her mind. Nobody called out these females.
Black woman, even if you're willing to submit, you still have that dysfunction lurking inside of you, and you're still not good enough.
This man got killed on a plane crash, and none of these freaking females, either married or nothing, called that shit out. They did not call that shit out. The man just got killed, and they spit on the man's grave. There is no talking to these females. There is nothing, because you ought to know how they stab you in the back.
I know that's right, Cloud.
The manosphere is not SYSBM. You got guys over there on Sneaky. You got guys over there that dog. You got guys over there. They're all about shows and dog and pony shows. They're not about helping nobody. No, who cares what they think? And I think these guys, we don't care what they think. And I'm speaking for myself, I don't care what my family thinks. I'm doing this for the future. You have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice for the future. That's what the immigrants did when they came over here. They were the foundation. They came over here, they didn't have nothing. Some of us may not see the fruits of our labor right now, but it's going to work out because we're changing. The culture is dead. It's destructive. I get tired of seeing on TV my image. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, bro.
They are really crying.
Black
male tears.
Of our image. All the time. Some fucking thug, some fucking baby daddy. We're tired of this culture. Ain't no talking, ain't no negotiating. Ain't no fucking sitting on no panel with no women. No. They spit in your face and tell you you ain't shit all the time. I'm not doing that. Ain't nobody here wants to do that.
Poor
You're fucking tired of this shit. Ain't nobody gonna go over there and talk to these women. Men do what they got to do. Ain't no talking. Who gives a care what the females think? Who cares? Who cares what these Negroes think? If they can't do it, they not. It's not them. It don't matter if it's 1,000 or it don't matter if it's 2.
Okay, listen. Anybody that knows Angry Man's email, because I don't know if he's trying to email me, and you just send him the link to the show.
Yeah, they are butt hurt.
Now, let me state this.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sick of the disrespect.
No problem, bro. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. I understand. I understand.
Please listen to me.
I'm tired of the image that we have to have, and we got to fucking deal with a fucking female that don't give a care about her. Don't give a shit about her.
You don't have to deal with it, bro.
99.
Have they ever stopped to think that the reason why you have such a negative image is because you're displaying that negativity yourself? You get online in these chat platforms with these other crazy, demented, derelict black males in the words of Cerulean Gray, and you whine like little kids. You whine like babies, like you're having a whole temper tantrum because this black woman that you so badly wanted to abuse won't allow you to abuse her anymore. And how dare you not give me my way? Anyway, let's continue.
Percent of them women don't care. They look at black men the same way as that female on that video. Well, both of them.
Okay, let me tell you why, I'm willing to just walk away. Listen, I don't have, I love my mother and all of that. You in the back right now? Backstage?
All of that.
Okay, damn. Okay.
Y'all feel free to hit that super chat button or that cash out button if you like this content and you want to support this video, because they are not going to monetize my video.
One of you cats to fall back, and I got to see how do you guys look underneath, because the banner is full. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, this is Trader MBD. I'll drop off. Peace, brothers.
All right, peace. Which one? Who's this?
Could you say this vex my soul?
Okay, there we go. Okay, there you are. You are, brother. Okay, listen. I am not, I had to do something that was kind of like a gay man coming out of the closet.
Listen
I
there.
had to tell my mom that I wasn't really religious like that. I had to tell my mom I didn't really, I don't believe in it.
Hold on. Now, did y'all hear that? He had to do something like a gay man coming out of the closet. He had to tell his mom that he isn't. Now, why would you, if you are a straight heterosexual male, even reference anything that you do via that type of terminology? But anyway, let's continue.
Stuff. Well, at least for what she's been, growing up, what she's been raised to believe and what she raised us to believe. I had to tell my mom knows that I'm distant. I don't have her titty in my mouth.
Oh,
You understand? My brother is a different subject, but me, no. If it was up to me, straight up, and I had, all the funds that I could make that power move, I would be in Hawaii right now. And I would be enjoying the sun, and I would care really little that other family members would see my kids and all of that, because I would just be, out to doing and living my own life.
Living my best life.
Because I just don't have that type of attachment. So I can just go. And there's a lot of brothers out there that can just go.
Let's go.
And create something new.
Something new.
And
thank you, Deej.
that I see,
appreciate you,
babe. Brothers that are still clinging, and they still need to have, they still have that matriarchal mindset. You got to have mama's titty in your mouth. And I understand that. If you still need to have mama's titty in your mouth, you still need to go to family reunion to get that chicken wang and all that other shit. Be all of that. You're not us. Just don't claim the banner. If you're still trying to get them bras to sit at the table, just don't try to claim the banner. If you still have something in your heart that you feel somehow, some way, that you're going to somehow rebuilding with the community and some shit like that. That's just me. Go ahead, Angry Man. Let me know what you got to say.
Okay, here's Angry Man, guys.
Everybody? What's up?
What's going on?
Appreciate you adding me to the letting me join. Obsidian, so basically you busted up and fractured the black manosphere, so now you over here trying to bust this up and fracture this too, huh?
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord.
Well, I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that was direct.
Yeah, it was directed at you.
Pay attention, guys.
Who else is named Obsidian on this panel?
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not busting up anything. How am I busting up something?
Then explain to the brothers, because some of the brothers in the chat room are from the Black Manosphere. Explain to the brothers why you co-signed the B1 network and every strag over there and threw them under the bus.
I didn't co-sign anybody.
Bullshit.
Ooh.
Bullshit.
Ooh.
You hit me up on some, hey man, we gotta squash the beef and have some unity so that we can do XYZ. And when I done that, you co-signed Taz and everybody else over there in that damn hyena clan and went about the business of trying to dismantle everybody. You tried to bring down.
The only thing that got dismantled was your Black Order.
Bring down me.
The only thing that got dismantled was your Black Order.
No, actually, it didn't get dismantled.
That's the only thing that got dismantled.
No, it didn't.
Explain the beef between you and Cerulean.
It didn't. Fuck Cerulean.
Okay, thank you. Case in point.
Cerulean is a strag. You.
Case in point.
Cerulean's a straggler.
Case in point.
You ain't answered. I noticed you ain't answered the question. Still ain't
answered the question.
Quit ducking.
No, it's no ducking. You just answered your own question.
Quit ducking.
You destroyed your own Black Order.
Cerulean got ousted.
You destroyed your own Black Order.
Because he's a strag lover like
then. So the only thing that got destroyed was what you did by your own hand. I didn't destroy anything.
Incorrect. What happened is I found out there was a bunch of traitors running around behind the fucking scenes. That's what happened.
On your side of the fence.
What happened? And why are you still over here? Ain't this the white man's platform? Isn't that what you said?
What I said was that I was doing a phased pullout.
Hey, didn't you say that Midtown was for losers?
Yep, I do. I sure did.
Well, that man.
I sure did.
Why you?
I said. Show me evidence to the contrary. Show me all the black men. Oh, hold it. Show me all the single men that are buying homes. Show them to me.
Man, I know plenty of buying homes.
The data says that single women buy more homes than single men do.
Wow.
That's what the data says.
Okay, so here's the thing. So if MGTOW cats are suckers and shit, right?
I didn't say they were suckers.
Whatever.
You did. Yes, you did. You did say they were losers.
I did not say that. I said they were losers.
Okay, well,
and I explained why I said they were losers. Once again, show me all the single men that have bought their own homes. Or let's do another one. Show me all the single men who are doing just well in their own businesses. Show them to me.
I know this is
You're
getting crazy.
you know what, man? You're a chaos, brother. You bring chaos.
Okay, listen. All right, here goes the deal. Here goes the deal. Here's the deal. What I need to know is this: if MGTOW is for losers and shit, what's the difference between MGTOW? I know what the difference is, but I want you to tell me, Obsidian, what would be the big difference between MGTOW and SYSBM?
Why would my question be relevant?
Because I'm trying to figure out if you was running with MGTOW, or a lot of the people who supported you was MGTOW,
and they weren't.
They weren't supporting you.
And not even 20% of my supporters were MGTOW. Not even 20%.
Well, what was the percentage you think?
Less than
10?
No. I know what I think. I know less than 10%, less than 20%.
And how was that measured? What metric measured the MGTOW in your audience?
Paying customers.
You're full of shit, Obsidian.
No, I'm not.
And you've always been full of shit.
No, I'm not.
You've always been full of shit.
That's not what you said a couple years ago when I have it on tape.
A couple of years ago, your motherfucking ass acted like you had some sense.
A couple years ago, apparently it was more sense than you.
Goddamn
sense than you.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. He comes over here and start chaos on here. He likes that stuff. So he comes over here sneaky.
He does that
shit.
He does that shit.
He comes over here and is a chaos granter, all trying to get views. He's trying to get views and money.
That's what he does. What he does is he's part of a movement while the movement is hot. And then he fucking dismantles it from within. Now he's talking about my Black Order, which I dismantled. I changed the name of it to the fucking Masculine Mercenaries because you know what? I didn't want black in my title no more. The reason why I didn't want black in my title no more is because look at how these brothers do. Look at how the fuck they do. This is the shit they do. He's gonna contact me to freaking put some shit together with him and that other motherfucker. I ain't gonna say his name. And I squashed the beef for that purpose, to try to be unified. And then right after that, he links up with a bunch of strags and tries his best to dismantle what was left of what they call the Black Manosphere. And that's the reason why, and I didn't come up here to try to stir up some shit or disrespect your platform, Mad Bus Driver X, but I see him coming over here trying to do the same shit. And SYSBM actually has brothers unified, and then he come with his same goofy shit to try to stir some shit up and fuck something up. And I had to say something. Man.
Yeah, I don't want that drama. That it's too fugazi with some people. Some people, they bring that fugazi energy. It's just too much baggage. So I just don't want that baggage over here anymore. I need solid people. And his ass doesn't seem to be solid. Especially, I'm just not doing that.
And look, I'm sorry for losing my top, but you've been, man, I've been following you for 8 and 7 years. None of these guys wasn't even caring about SYSBM. When they see a movement growing and guys working together, guys not arguing, guys are getting along, here come everybody else want to get on the skirt tail, but don't have the balls to sacrifice and do the necessary sacrifices in their lives, cut people off, or do nothing to improve themselves. Forget freaking trying to negotiate with this woman. She spits in your face every day on national TV. Television is
he is mad at the black woman for exposing his abuse.
Spit in your face and tell you ain't nothing. You this, you that. Tell you because of slavery, like you some automaton and can't think for yourself. Tell you ain't no good.
Ooh.
And you know, I never get mad like this, man, but this is crazy. And when brothers want to make a free choice to want to better themselves, great men get together saying we're tired of this bullshit, we're tired of this weight on our shoulder, and want to do something, here come everybody else sneak dissing. All they do over there is talk about each other, they go behind each other's back, they sneak hate, they put people they don't agree on they screens to have views like last week. You see Mad Bus Driver avatar on everybody's YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Even though they don't agree with them.
Yep.
To get views. Everybody out here trying to be the clout chaser, trying to chase.
Ooh.
Guys over here like, let's be frank. These are good clout guys. I'm trying to be like MOT. Top of the line guy, a business owner. I listen to everything. I write some of his stuff down. Ain't no arguing, ain't no fussing, ain't no freaking women coming over here acting stupid.
Ooh.
The problem is
no women allowed.
SYSBM has a self-defense mechanism that doesn't allow women on here, and it can't be penetrated. So a lot of these guys are jealous, man. A lot of these guys are jealous of y'all.
Ooh.
Because you're a movement. You're lame, you're weak, they jealous, you were insignificant. Now that they see that you don't have to be in that community to make them feel better about themselves. Now here they come over here trying to trash. And look, and a lot of them are trying to, and I wouldn't be surprised, a lot of them are turn you in and try to say you're a hate group. They'll be talking about, hey, yeah, you see SYSBM is a hate group. I don't trust them, you know what I'm saying? Now you claim SYSBM for a money grab.
No. Talking about Obsidian.
I'll support any one of you guys. I don't mind giving $100, $200, $20 because the message is firm.
Well, let me just say this.
Sugar Bee Chronicles.
A while back, SYSBM has been around for a while. I didn't even know that you had started at Bus Drive X. When I found out that you was the one that started it, you know what I'm saying? I shouted you out, gave you props on that. But the way you're doing it is the right way to keep it, you know, as a self-sustaining thing. And that was the whole reason why I tried to create my Black Order and what's now my Masculine Order. I try to keep that a self-sustaining thing instead of being quote-unquote Black Manosphere, because there's so much goofy shit that continues to go on. Now, I try to support you guys with what you're doing with SYSBM from my end of it. I'll shout you guys out. I'll shout out anybody that's red pill. I'll shout out anybody that's black pill. I'll shout out anybody that's Ibmore. Because the only people up here right now that's really doing anything of any relevance is the ones that's actually putting out real content that's actually helping brothers. But you got these little agents of chaos running around here, and they keep a bunch of stupid shit going all the fucking time. Now,
who cares what they think? Who cares what these women think? The black family. Who cares about a black family reunion? It don't require me to live not going to no black family reunion.
Yeah, but see, here's the
family reunion.
Yeah, but here's the issue. See, when Obsidian brought that up, he doesn't seem to understand that we just put the message out there. You don't have to sign your name in blood for SYSBM. We put the message out there, and whoever accepts it, accepts it. Whoever doesn't. We're not basically forcing you to basically take on board SYSBM.
Exactly, empowered black woman. They following a man that's wearing a trash can on his head.
Take on board SYSBM. So be it. That's the way it is. He don't seem to understand that.
And I'm gonna go, man, because I'm not trying to chase clout or anything. I don't even have a YouTube channel.
His feelings is hurt. He just can't take it. He's so emotional. Is he on his period?
You got the freaking tenants, man. All you gotta do is go to playingevil.com. All you gotta go to Black Convention. These guys got videos up, and they still ask the same stupid questions that cause confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the other thing about that. Like, if you disagree with
this Herman Monster motherfucker, MOT, man of tomorrow.
They don't tell you to read the fucking book.
Looking like Herman the Monster's twin and sounding like him.
I think it's 23 tenants. what we go by. And they still try to cause confusion. They try to cause confusion between content creators by saying slick stuff to try to make them argue with each other.
Yeah, I mean, but see, since our end goal isn't strags, you can't tear down a movement with the actual things that we already escaped away from the outset.
You already escaped from the black
women.
women.
Like you can destroy
Herman Munster said, "No strags allowed."
Understand? It is an outcome-based thing that's based on male leadership in the fucking household. Who the fuck male leadership in the household, so that way he can control his household. None of the fucking tenants actually said excluding fucking black women. If you could fucking find them, that's fine. Don't you think we all fucking wanted that? And if that wasn't the fucking case, we wouldn't be fucking leaving. But at the end of the day, the only people who are complaining so far is fucking Buckley. And I don't care about that. I care about outcomes. So that way we can go out here motherfucking making sure shit fucking works. I want shit fucking working. I already said, I don't give a fuck who I got to team up with to make this shit work. It don't fucking matter. Outcomes matter. I don't give a fuck about nothing else but outcomes.
Exactly, man. I don't cut it. And I talk to y'all.
Ooh, child, I cannot. Empowered Black Woman says, and Olivia, moist MOT man of tomorrow. Yeah, he said he wants to physically hurt black women or women on another stream. He went out. Oh, did he really? Wow, Herman Munster at his best, right? I can't stand man of tomorrow. He sounds and looks like Herman Munster. And then, is there any wonder why no black woman wants to deal with him? Honey, you ugly. You ugly on the inside. You ugly on the outside, nigga. You just ugly. You are a not. You are not attractive. You are not wanted. Okay. But anyway, the scary thing about this, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna play for you guys. I know you guys don't want to hear anymore. Like I said, the stream was over 2 hours long. It was closer to 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 53 minutes long. 2 hours and 53 minutes of these, you know, these psychotic incels, you know, trying to bond with one another, saying they want to burn down the community, the black community. We also heard Obsidian get put in his place over there because he tried to come over there and clout chase, because we know it's only about the cash and the content for Obsidian. And also, Angry Man pretty much dissed him and called him out on destroying the Black Order. But see, the thing about Angry Man is, Angry Man was over there trying to do the same thing that Obsidian was doing. Only Angry Man succeeded. They did not oust Angry Man. They were listening to Angry Man, but ironically, they didn't want to hear anything that Obsidian had to say. Now, the whole time, Angry Man and Obsidian and O'Shea and all of them were once the Negro Manosphere. Okay? They cannot get along with one another to, continue the business, so they all split it apart. And so, like I said earlier, Obsidian, they don't want your knuckle dragging over their homeboy. They don't want you. But the sad thing about it is you got older guys like this MOT guy that says he wants to actually hurt black women. You have a lot of black women, a lot of black men, like 20 years, like 20, 21, 22 years old. They are looking up to people like Herman Munster, a.k.a. Men of Tomorrow. Okay, it's probably because they didn't have a father in the home. There's one guy on here, I think his name is DJ Cud or something like that. I'm going to try to find his channel if I could. But anyway, they are looking up to him. They are, they are really listening to him. They are really wanting to pattern after all of this dysfunction. And it's just crazy. I've never seen anything like this. Let me let you guys listen to a little bit of this guy. Now, he's really young. And I found this channel listening to these weirdos. His name is DJ Cuda, C-U-D-A or something. But he's really young. He's not even 25 years old yet. And he's on here, upset with other men for not listening to MOT. It's strange. He's real strange. He's a whole weirdo. But anyway, let me try to find that. Yes, they're absolutely dysfunctional sugar and spice. It's really very scary. Let me see if I can find that video for you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a minute.
You make hood niggas look bad.
Yeah, this the little boy talking,
I
y'all.
don't give a fuck if mad bus driver is considered a goddamn educated lame. Because you quote unquote street niggas or niggas that be in the streets and you're a player and you get your bitch and all this other shit. And you know me, this player talk radio. Nigga, I'm both. I'm the educated lame and the street nigga. I'm a Sigma nigga. You dig what I'm saying? I can roam in any circle, bro.
Now this little fella ain't 25, y'all.
Really good.
He's a millennial.
And what I'm saying to you is, man, you don't diss no goddamn MOT.
Ooh.
Maggot. You don't diss no goddamn mad bus driver, maggot.
Ooh.
And you call yourself red pill, bro. You need to be DP, bro. That's not cool, bro. And it's tough love. Like maybe if I listen to your videos, I fuck with some of the shit that you saying, but bro, you want some bullshit right now. And I'm talking to you. Swag Boy 360 or whatever you want to call yourself. Swag.
Ooh.
Where can we see the swag, my nigga? You yelling like a motherfucker. I'ma break my mic. My neck can't take the weight of my voice.
Anyway, that was just a little bit from the little boy. It's all very fascinating to me. They're so unfortunate. The mentality is subpar. You know, they are not sane, okay? They are not wanted. They are not sane. It's just unfortunate. The knots have gone quiet. You know, who let the knuckle draggers out of the cage? That's what I want to know. Okay, because they all got issues. Let me read this from Deej. Deej said, they are ones who are mad because they can't pull eights and 8, 9s, and 10s in their own race. So they go and get the rejects of other races who are usually no more than 4. No more than a 4. I heard that, Deej. I really just wanted you guys to hear the nonsense, the madness, the chicanery that's going on around here. And they're calling us things like straggle daggles and maggles. You know what I'm calling them? I'm calling them not. I'm calling them knots because they are not what the deal is. They are not what's up. And your rhetoric is not wanted, okay, in this greater black community, this black community that you so eloquently let us know at every chance you get that you want to burn down. But the whole time you are not, your madness is not wanted here anyway. Okay. And I understand that Deej gave me a super chat. Thank you, Deej. I couldn't see it and I can't see it now, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so I'm guessing nobody wants to click on the StreamYard and give a response to this madness. That is cool. You know what I mean? Empowered Black Woman said MOT told Swag Boy he want him and BW to die on O'Shea's stream because he got mad. Now I saw a little bit of that back and forth between those two, but I didn't know I didn't know that he told him he wanted him to die. You know, the whole thing this is just derelict male tears. That's all they are. And also in that video that I was playing, Angry Man, a little further down the video, he goes in on he also goes in on now, David Johnson, I'm gonna give you a chance. I really am, cause you on my StreamYard now, and so just because you are on my StreamYard, I'm gonna give you a chance to come in. Are you sure you want to play at my playground, David Johnson? Are you sure? Okay, homeboy, I'm gonna let you try it. Let's see. Hold on. Let me try to click you in. The verbal assassin says, and that so-called mate will be abused and miserable. Absolutely she will. And that relationship will fail. You cannot have a real relationship with a toxic person. You absolutely cannot. Okay. So let's see if David's still on here. Now, I don't know why he over here in my playground, but he want to try it. But, you know, it's a little different over here when I'm running the mic, right? But okay. Let's see if he'll pop on.
Hey, Auntie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I'm eating me a tangerine right now.
Hold on.
So
guys.
can you talk? Can you talk?
David, I
Can you
can't hear
talk?
your mic. Are you on mute?
You can't hear me? It looks like I can hear me.
Hold on, I can't. We
Can you
can't
hear
hear
me?
you, David. Can you go out
Can
and
you hear
come
me?
back in? Because I can't hear you. And he's
All right.
talking, y'all, but somebody tell David I can't hear him. Okay, maybe he'll try to pop back on. I couldn't hear anything that he was saying. He wasn't on mute or anything. Anywho, like I said, I absolutely agree, Verbal Assassin. You know, they're angry because he's gonna try to come back in, y'all. Y'all can hear David? Oh, you know why I can't hear him? It's because I don't have my dang on. Let me try to put my headphones on. Duh. Hold on, David. Let me try to get it's not you. I think it's me. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on, David, before you start talking, let me plug in my headphones. I don't have them on. Perhaps I'm the one that can't hear you.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, it shouldn't matter. Okay, David, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear
Hello?
me? Can you hear me?
I still can't hear
him.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't hear you. I didn't have my headphones on. Anyway, what were you saying? Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, Auntie. I was saying good morning, Auntie. How you doing?
Oh, good. Oh, all right. I can't believe you want to pop on my stream. So what say you to all of this rhetoric that I was playing and rebutting this morning? Because these are your people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Hey, can I get 2 seconds? Can you give me like 2 seconds to do something right fast and I'll come right back? I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna come right back. Go ahead, finish your commentary. I'll come right back.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, guys, while we're waiting for David to come back, I really just wanted you guys to hear a little bit of what's going on around here in case you're on my channel and you haven't actually heard any of this, because there are a great many of us that have, you've heard me speak about it. You've heard me say a lot of the things that these He-Man black woman haters have been saying, but you have never heard it for yourself. And that is a part why I played the audio that I played this morning. And I also want you to hear Obsidian getting put in his place. I thought it was hilarious. Like, I got my whole life by that. Because he always trying to do somebody. I was on, what did I say? I was on Gab the other day, Lachey? What day? He should stop in before trying to talk to her. Is that what he's doing, Derek? I don't remember. Lachey, I don't remember when I was over there. I think the last time that I was on Gab's channel, I was speaking to, he had the video about what is his name, Ed the Incel or something like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know that Verbal Assassin. I just want him to try it over here on my channel because I control this over here. So I thought it'd be very interesting to let him try because it's a little different over here in my chat. So we're going to see if he come back. Because he can't overtalk me. But anywho, the whole thing is just crazy and demented. And a lot of these guys, unfortunately, in my opinion, they are mentally ill. God bless them. And I can't even be upset with them anymore because I think it's funny. They seem so unfortunate. They seem so unwanted. The one guy kept coming on and crying. I mean, there was just a whole stream of crying a river, like a whole stream of black male not tears. Okay, the knots are in full effect. The knots have mounted up under the mad bus driver, and they are seeing. They are they're leaving. They're leaving the black community. And in the midst of them leaving the black community, they want to burn it to the ground. But they said, Obsidian, oh man, you are not invited. You ain't dragging your knuckles behind us because we don't want to be bothered with you no more. I was getting my whole life on that point.
All right, AT, I'm back with you. I'm back with you.
All right, what's going on, David?
Now look at AT.
Wait a minute. If y'all can hear David, hit the 1. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, David. I'm just trying to get the audio together.
All right, AT.
If y'all can hear David, hit the 1. Okay. Go ahead, David. Continue.
All right, AT. Now, I told you I always be listening to you. I listen to you a million times, a lot of days, AT. I just tell you, I don't pop in. I do that a lot of people. I like to go and just listen and get to understand folks. Now, AT, I'm gonna say this again, AT. You know, I say you biased. Do I not, AT? Do I say
absolutely biased? Yes, and I have always agreed with you.
Exactly. You've admitted to it. I agree. Now, here's the catch, though, AT. Now, don't get me wrong, AT. Let me say this first.
Okay.
I am for Black people. I'm from the manosphere. I'm gonna talk to your listeners because I know you know. I'm gonna tell them I'm from the manosphere.
Okay.
I am pro man, but understand I'm not pro man because I'm anti woman. I'm pro man because I see the disadvantages men have.
Well, can I just say I am pro woman, I am biased, but I am not anti man either. So we agree with that. No, I am not anti man. It may seem like that. Because I don't agree with the dysfunction that is just being displayed on these YouTube streets, but I am not anti-man. Why would I be anti-man? You know, I have men in my family. I'm married to a man. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, continue.
Well, here's the problem I have with that, AT. Let me show you the difference between you and I.
Okay.
I am pro-man. And do me a favor, AT. I don't want to take you on your show. Listen, AT, I just want to say this because I'm learning this. I'm just sharing this with you.
Okay.
I try not to comment or even agree if I'm agreeing behind people just for the playback sometimes because people be trying to talk and they think you're saying something through these phones. So if you kind of can, I know you're agreeing with me, but just kind of don't do it so much because I be thinking you're saying something, so it makes me stop and I lose the thought. But let me say this.
Okay.
So I'm like I said, I'm pro man because I see all the disadvantages of men. Now understand something. I can validate everything I'm saying to anybody, anybody want to ask me, because if you understand strategy, you understand tact, if there is indeed someone playing us against one another, and there is an outside entity playing us against one another, and anybody who says there's nobody playing Black men against Black women, then listen, they're not qualified to even have this conversation we're having.
Could you tell me the name of the outside? Who do you think is playing the Black man against the Black woman?
I don't have a name or a specific face.
I do. It's called white supremacy, racism. Okay, but go ahead.
Cool. I would agree. I would agree with you exactly on that. That would be who I would say because I didn't know if you were saying a specific. So I would agree with that. That would be the outside source that is manipulating us against one another. Now here's the catch. If you truly can, here's where people are full of shit. This is how I'm able to find out everything I need. This is how God, of course I'm into the Most High in Christ. This is how God teaches me how to find out what a person is, because that's understanding. And the scriptures say, and all thy getting first. I mean, before you do anything, get an understanding. So I always go into situations understanding. I don't go in with how I feel. I don't go in with what I think. I don't go in with what I believe. I come in with, what is the angle? Who stands to benefit? How would they play it? What would be the angles they would play? How would they manipulate it? And so once I start analyzing that, all the chips start falling where they're supposed to, because I'm not putting what my bias lens on it. I understand that that'll make me make the wrong decision. So I remove my biasness and I look for the angles in strategic intact. Now, this white supremacy that you just said, they are very strategic. They are very tactful. And the cold part about it, they have think tanks on how the human brain works. This is the disadvantage y'all have at the people y'all fighting. Y'all have no clue. They have think tanks. They sit down and see what you eat, what makes which race. If this race eats this, what happens to them? If this race eats this, they got this shit broke down to a science. Because while we're chilling and arguing and being ignorant and partying and having fun and going to work, they are figuring out how to control us on every goddamn level. Now, I don't want to go into that. That's a whole other conversation. With all that being said, we start getting into the ways of how they are making Black men and Black women divide. And see, here's the problem. Here's where we go. If you noticed, I don't know if you remember, every time I'm talking about the Black man and the Black woman dynamic and why it's not working, I would always refer to Kobe and Shaq. And it's crazy because I was saying that all last week, and then the man then died. I'm like, God damn, that was weird to me. And I caught that. I'm quite sure most people didn't go look back, listen to the playbacks I'm on to hear that I was constantly saying when it comes to the black man and black woman dynamic, the two man. And when I say that, it was because I know Shaquille O'Neal. I know him personally. Me and my partners, we know him. And when they were first going through the issues, Kobe and Shaq, most people didn't know that. We knew. So, and we would ask, like, what's up with you and Kobe? And Shaq would basically say, man, Shaq would say, that's little bruh. I gotta put him up on the lockers every day. Shaq said he slammed me against the lockers every now and he said he was trying to explain to Kobe. He said, listen, bro, we know you want to get your shine. He said, but you got to understand, you got a whole team out there. And at this time, Kobe wasn't making the shots.
I'm sorry, David. They're kind of wanting to know if you could get to the point.
Okay. Well, all right, listen. All right, cool. I brought up Kobe Bryant. It's crazy he died. But the bottom line was Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant was the reason why the Shaquille and the Lakers had to break up. Kobe Bryant didn't want to do the two man. We all talk about this on the streets. Y'all may not. Black men have talked about this. Kobe Bryant no longer wanted to do the two man. And the point we're making is the black woman and black man, it's a two man dynamic. It's the two man. So if one of the parties doesn't want to do the two man for their own selfish reasons, I want to be the star. Well, I want to be able to equal. Well, I'm better than you. That fucks up the two man. No matter how much Shaq would have, Shaq was doing, he was playing the team player. But you notice it still didn't work because it takes both. You can't win a two-man team if both the players on the team won't play. So now I said that. So
are you saying the woman? Or are you saying that the woman is not?
I ain't said nothing. I haven't said that at all. What I'm saying is one of these two players, just like Kobe and Shaq, y'all should understand examples. Just like Kobe and Shaq, one of those players doesn't want to play the two man any longer. They're lying, saying they do, but they really don't. They want to do their own thing. Now, let me come back to white supremacy. So then, what would be the tactics, the initiatives for white supremacy to give or take away from a black woman or a black man to divide them? Genocide. Now, if you are truly fair, you should be able to tell this to me. Now, let me say this for all your listeners. I just told you, it's genocide. Okay, hold on. I'll come right back to that. Let me say this for all your listeners. Mm-hmm. Let me say this for all your listeners. Mm-hmm. I'm not biased at all. I love ladies. I love a lady. A lady, I will respect her. I will honor her. I will whoop a nigga ass for a lady. But listen to me out there, ladies. But a bitch, loud. Rebellious. Hold up, David. Hold on. Let me just get this. That's how I know when I'm winning.
No. This is not somebody. Wait a minute. This is not somebody else's platform. You are not allowed to come on my platform and call any black female the B word. Okay, we don't do that over here. Now, I appreciate you coming on here and trying to show, give your rebuttal to what it is that I'm saying, but you have even admitted, and you already know that I am biased. So seeing as how I am biased, you know that I'm not going to allow you on my platform to call any black woman the B word. Okay? Because we are black women. We may be on different levels. And wait a minute, and in different stages in our lives, but none of us have to conform to the word B. Now, some of them might not mind being called B for whatever reason, but I mind you calling them B, even if they don't mind you calling them B. And for that reason, I would appreciate if you don't use that word. Okay? And I would also appreciate, David, if you would get to respect me and my listeners enough to get to the damn point.
Okay. Now, first, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this before I get to the point.
All right.
Do you call women bitches?
Probably when I'm angry.
Would that be
bitches too when I get mad at them?
Cool. Would that be a contradiction and hypocrisy?
Nope. You want me to tell you why it's not a contradiction? Do you want me to tell you why it's not a contradiction?
Please justify the contradiction.
Let me justify it. Let me justify it. It's justified.
Listen,
if you're gonna let me justify it, you have to hush. Okay, are you ready? You ready? You ready? I will call you a man or a woman a bitch in the midst of an argument simply because I said so at the time and because I can. Okay, but however, you cannot. Because remember, I'm biased. Okay, so anyway, moving forward, Continue with your analysis of the black man and the black woman being divided.
Wait.
I also would like to ask you, before you say something else, if you ask me if I knew
no
why.
wait
a minute, I'm going to tell you. I just want you to answer this question because you breezed right over it. Okay, but I just want you to stop right here for 1 second and answer this question because you are smart. You really are. You crazy, but you're smart. So could you just answer for my audience? Okay, because we are not stuck in this gender war mentality. Could you let the audience know from your perspective why white supremacy racism wants to divide the black man from the black woman? We know it's genocide, but why? But why? Why does he want us to commit genocide on ourselves? In your opinion, can you answer that for me?
He doesn't want you to commit genocide on yourself.
Yes, he does. I disagree. But anyway, why do you think he does it?
Allow me. If you allow me to speak, you might learn some shit.
Okay.
Now watch this. Watch this.
All right.
Willie Lynch. People say they don't exist. They don't believe in that letter, but I'm gonna just go to a point they made in there. It says, "Don't kill the black." It's when they talked about making the woman submit and she would carry on. Basically, she gonna be our inside guy, and that's exactly what happened. Y'all don't like that. That's why y'all don't like the Willie Lynch letter. So here's the point: the white supremacy going, she's going to be our inside guy. Wait, give me 1 more second. Ask your question. The same thing you just said, the last part, one more time. I lost my thought.
Why does white supremacy want us to commit genocide on ourselves?
Okay, got you. They don't want to understand something. They can't get anything out of you dead. They say it said a dead product serves no purpose. Dead livestock serves no purpose. So they don't want you dead. They want you contained. They want you controlled because you're a battery. They don't want to get rid of their batteries because the batteries keep this machine working. So they don't want genocide on you. They want you contained. So understand something. Strategic. I'm gonna teach y'all ladies strategy today. If you lessen the army's numbers, do you not cripple it?
Yes, you do.
But now here's the catch. You don't want to get rid of them because you need them to work. They generate money. They can do shit you don't want to do. They can
no, wait a minute, David. Now, maybe a little while ago, or over 20 years ago, or maybe even the last 15 years ago, they may have been that may have been true because we know that historically, the Anglo has always, relied on the black person in general, man and woman, to do the work for them. But wait a minute, have you forgotten the onslaught of the immigrant, the illegal alien? Because the illegal alien is now at the bottom of the bottom right now below us. Wait a minute, let me finish. He's below us right now, but we are trying to be. They are trying to replace those illegals with us. Okay, listen. They are. Listen, have you in the news? They have even in the news deemed us as being non-producers. And what in World War II? Wait a minute, David. Let me finish. Because in World War II, what did they do with the non-producers in World War II? To answer that question, stay on topic.
Okay, no, hold on.
What did they do with the non-producers in World War II? See, I told you over here it's a little different. Okay, because you actually have to have an adult conversation over here.
It's kind of wild though. You gotta reel it all in and put it in order. This is how logic works.
I'm trying to lead you somewhere, baby, because you keep going astray.
But listen, you asked about 32 questions.
No,
I'm trying to get to one.
What do they want to do with the non-producers?
All right, hold on. This is even more. If you allow me, just listen to me. Allow me to build, and then after we build, let me say,
baby, we don't have time. You have time to get to the point, David.
Captain Cesariak told you this the other day, ain't he? And this is the same thing you did. You won't. Even the people were saying that. Allow a person to explain. Then by all means, do what you got to do.
Okay, if you just stick to the point.
No. I'm gonna go where the spirit tell me to go. So the fact that you just brought up the immigrants is even more confirmation of why instead of dividing, you black people need to get y'all shit together. Now I'm gonna keep stressing.
David, who is you black people? Aren't you black?
Yes, God damn.
Well, why do you keep saying you people?
Oh my God. This is called a metaphor. It's called speaking hypothetically.
But you still keep saying you people.
No, I'm saying it like I'm not speaking just for me. I'm speaking like I'm speaking outside, observing our people.
I say we need to be united.
Speaking like I'm speaking because oh my God, listen. I say we that puts me in it. That can make it biased. So I speak from an outside perspective, so you can see this has nothing to do with my personal feelings. Even if I was just somebody on the outside looking in, this is what it is. See, and I have to keep explaining these type of things. See, like this is the point, and I understand people who having conversations are supposed to know all this shit. I do,
I
do.
know it. I'm trying to lead you to the answer, baby. I'm trying to educate
if
you.
I just had to explain that, if I just had to explain that, you didn't know it.
What did you explain, David?
All right, listen.
What did you explain?
Okay,
David, I'm sorry, but I just explained to you the reason why they want us to get genocide on us. The reason why they want us to be divided.
All right, listen.
I just explained that to you, baby.
I'm gonna get back to my point. So, like you said, with the immigrants coming, here's more reason why Black people need to be together. So I'm going to, so I'm going to show why. All while I'm telling everybody what their parts are, I'm always looking for. I'm talking about me now, so we know where I'm coming from. My game. I'm giving you what my angle is. I do this because I want the Black woman and Black man to succeed. Because, like the movie The Matrix, when the Oracle, which was a Black woman, was the one giving Keanu the game, she said, "I know there's only one."
David, was that Black woman in The Matrix an Oracle?
Yes, that was what. Okay, listen, but that ain't true. You biased. She said, "I know that." She said, "I know there's only one way for us to get there, and that's together." Facts.
Absolutely.
So I understand. So I understand the game. I understand white supremacy strategic issue. Let me explain something to you. T, don't interrupt. If you're biased, the white supremacy game has already worked on you. I just told you I'm never gonna be just biased for one side.
No,
now
honey,
I'm going
let me stop you, David. You can't get nothing up.
Now,
wait a minute. Now, remember, we on my channel, David. Hold
on.
Let
At least give me the floor right back. AT, at least give me an interjection and give me the floor back.
Let me interject.
Okay,
let me interject the shade, David. Because because I am biased, that does not mean the system of white supremacy has worked on me. Okay, I am biased because I am pro-Black woman's safety. Okay, I am pro-Black as it pertains to our people collectively becoming unified under one banner. But I am a pro-Black woman first, simply because I am a Black woman. I do not advocate for women to make themselves feel less than. I do not advocate for women to allow themselves to be, submissive or submit to any type of abuse, any verbal, physical, mental, or emotional, or sexual abuse. That is why I am biased. Okay, I am pro-Black woman, but all over, as a collective, I am pro-Black. Okay, now don't try to shade me, David, because remember I said we on my channel today. It's a little different over here. You actually have to put your thinking cap on besides throwing shade. And when I asked you to explain why the system of white supremacy, racism, seeks to divide the Black peoples, and the reason and why Black men, moreover, are falling for it, because I did a video the other day in which I stated that I read an article that stated are straight Black men the white people of Black people. Okay, that was the reason for me reading that article from 2017. Okay, so I'm going to mic you. Now I'm going to let you continue, but you have to stay on task. Okay?
The fact that you have to hinder my conversation proves my conversation is on point, proves the biasness again.
I want you to stay on point. I want you to be on here. I want you to stay on point.
I'm always on point. It's you who actually keeps derailing me. I know. Listen, I'm not going where you want me to go. Listen,
yes,
I'm going where the spirit.
I'm not going to let you disrespect Black women on my platform.
I haven't disrespected anybody yet. You told me don't say the word bitch. You told me don't say that word. I haven't said it since.
Okay.
So you're just, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that these things you can replay them back, because then you get to see everything he was saying was true, though. So now listen,
David,
nothing you're going to stop me to say.
Anything. The only thing
I said a whole
give us
lot.
some kind of dimension basketball analogy.
All right, listen. Can you give me 2 minutes to prove what I've said?
I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, then I'm gonna rebut it. Okay, because I know you're gonna say something screwed up. Okay.
All right, just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
To find the problem, you got to navigate what all the angles and players are.
It's pretty straightforward to me. But anyway, go ahead.
God damn.
Go ahead.
Black men and Black women have a problem. Now I got to look at, okay, I'm trying to show you how I said a whole lot. I'm proving that right now. Don't interject on the topics, because I'm proving why I said a whole lot.
I'm gonna try not to, But you got to hurry up, okay?
All right, man. Listen, I don't rush you. See, like, listen, I'm not gonna rush. If you want me to rush, that just means you don't want to hear it. Then I just won't say it. You don't want to hear it. Be woman enough to say, I don't want to hear the truth. Get out of here. Then I'll go.
Don't
all right, but listen, then allow nobody. See, that's another deflection. Allow me to get it off. This is why I know you don't want understanding. You just want to argue. That's a rebellious spirit. I go right in the scriptures on that. That's a rebellious spirit. That's Jezebel spirit.
Oh,
that's division. That's division. That's I said a Jezebel spirit.
Okay.
It's a division. That's anarchy. That's keeping us broke up. I'm trying to bring unity to it. You admit it out of your own mouth. You condemned yourself. Scripture. Out of thine own mouth, thy condemned thyself. You admitted your bias. I'll never be biased.
Absolutely biased.
I will never listen. Then you're not qualified to help us. Then you're not qualified to help us. All you're going to do is hinder us. It is. You can't help me if you're biased towards me. You can't help me if you're biased towards me. This is exactly what white supremacy does. It's biased towards blacks, and it doesn't help you. It hurts you. White supremacy doesn't help you. You can't. They're biased towards blacks. Are they helping us? No. So if you're biased towards black men, now watch this. I'm gonna prove what I'm saying. Show me where you're talking good. Show me where you're talking good about black men. You notice how you never even gave me my 2 minutes? You notice how you never even gave me the 2 minutes you agreed to? You notice how you never even did that?
You just come on and tell about the You're trying to gaslight me, and I'm
saying nobody's gaslighting you. Everything I said was true. You didn't even stick to your own word.
See,
you said I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. You gave me 15 seconds. You said you're gonna give me 2 minutes. You gave me 15 seconds. It came right in.
Because I was talking about the demented.
See, you don't want no answers. Sway, you don't want these answers. Sway, you just want to fight and talk bad about black men. I understand. I understand. You just want to talk bad about black men. I understand. Join in. I understand. Let me join in with you. Black men ain't shit. Black men ain't shit. They are pieces of shit. Black men are cowards. Let me say it with you. So you feel good about it. I get it.
I'm just here to point it out. The same way I call us
travel. Hey, you gaslighting. You gaslighting. You gaslighting. Listen. Watch this. I talk bad. Listen. Okay.
Thinking you can get some gold over
here. You don't want to teach nobody. You just want to be the queen on the throne. I got you.
Okay.
I'm trying to listen. Y'all out there listen. I'm trying to help us because I love us. I love us. She not gonna say she love us. I say I love us. She tried to ask me, am I black? Who out there can't tell I'm black? But I love us. I love us. I want us to win. I know that together we unstoppable. I know that the black man and black woman together are unbeatable. I know it. I would never throw the black woman under the bus when she's in her right mind. She's perfect. I want her and the man together. Miss Olivia clearly says she's biased. She don't want us together.
I am real. Y'all know that I am real, and I mean it when I say I am pro-black. Okay, I do not any black woman rhetoric just because he came over here and he don't like what I said.
Where's your content giving big black man a good look? Where's your content giving black men?
And one my platform. In what world is that logical? Like, how is that going to work? Like, why? Huh, David?
Just like the white folk, where the freedom of speech? Where the freedom of speech?
No, honey, it is not a democracy on my platform, dear. It is a dictatorship. And over here, I am the dictator. Once again, I don't know why you came over here. Okay, because you know we don't even get along on other platforms. But hey, if you want to come over here and subject yourself to this verbal assault, okay. But anything that gets your attention, right? Is that okay? Let me.
The Bible says the wicked flee. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. But the righteous are as bold as a lion.
Absolutely, David, and I am always as bold as a lion. You're absolutely right. I would have to agree with you right there. See, you have a picture of a lion. You troll in the name of a lion, but guess what, David? I am a lion, okay? I don't have to play to be alpha at anything. I am the alpha. You just don't know that. Because you have not been listening to me long enough, but you don't learn. Don't play with me, David. Because like I said, this is good.
You Borgin, AT. You Borgin. You Borgin.
This is my platform.
You
Borgin. You try to bargain stuff over there on them other platforms. And David,
no, you are Borgin. Okay.
Why don't you build your own platform? You got a whole YouTube channel. Okay. Why don't you drop any videos? I went to your page. You have so much to say.
Now this is about me. Now this is about me. I'm talking about black people. You talking about me.
You, David.
You attacking me personally. I'm trying to help our people.
Be about you, David. So let's talk about you. Can I interview you, David? Let's set the other effery to the side for a minute and let's interview David. David, you are. So we want to know more about you.
You would never let me finish an interview, so no, there's no need to interview me because I would never finish it with you. You would interrupt 2 words every sentence.
I want to interview you, David.
You would interrupt. You would interrupt. I would get 2 words out before you would interrupt every 2 words.
It requires a yes or no answer, David.
If you chopped up all my interview, it would be 3 minutes. After all your interjections, it'd be 4 hours long.
You still won't answer the question. Yes or no? Could I interview you? Could we talk about
you are the queen of the long winds, Auntie. Listen, Auntie, you are the queen of the long winds. Let me just say this, Auntie, to you. Auntie, you be mad at me. I love you. I love your energy. Like I understand.
I know you enough to be mad at me.
Listen.
I hate you. That
See, 2 words in. Here you come, long wind. Long wind. 2 words in, and here you came, long wind. I got 2 words in. You just took over.
But what I asked you was, and you could have answered with a yes or no answer, which this
answer. Let me just say this,
was David. Could I interview you? It only requires a yes or a no.
And I literally just said it wouldn't be an interview. It would just be an interrogation disguised as an interview. So no, it's because you wouldn't interview me. Because you wouldn't know what to ask me, AT. You don't know what to ask me.
Okay.
Now listen. Listen. If you allow me to talk.
The questions that came out of my mouth?
Oh no, listen. If you allow me to talk.
Oh my God. David.
If you allowed me to talk, I would reveal everything you need to know about me. If you allowed me to talk. Now that's wisdom. If I'm no, wait a minute. See, look, 2 words again. 2 words again. I can't make this shit up. It's live in color. You let me get 2 words and came right in again. Notice how look, I'm gonna show you again. Watch this. I'm gonna start something else. You're gonna give me 2 words and gonna come right on in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Auntie, you wouldn't make a great interview. People like that don't make great interviewers, Auntie. They don't make great interviewers because they don't know how to let the conversation breathe.
Well, you just said you wouldn't let me interview. You don't know how I would go about interviewing you.
I interact with you. I know how interviewers act. I know I interact with you. You don't let me
act as an interviewer.
2 words again. There's 2 words again. An interviewer could never do that. An interviewer has because you don't know what the person's going to say and you want to get it all. So that's why they tell interviewers don't interrupt. They tell people who do interviews let them speak. Let them speak, and then when they drop,
I know that, baby, but you won't even give it a chance. Dude, what are you
3
afraid
words again?
Are you afraid that I will explode your true intention?
How do you explode if I'm revealing myself? There's no reason to explode. Whatever the hell you said. I am revealing myself. The things I say. Listen, scripture. The mouth says what comes from the heart. In the Bible, the heart means the mind. So the mouth speaks what you're thinking. So what I'm saying is what I'm on.
That you follow and try to protect.
Oh my God.
That's why you jumped
I love you. I love you, Auntie.
Don't get upset. I understand.
Auntie, I'm far from upset. Understanding is why I don't have I'm not angry, Auntie. Understanding is why I'm not upset, Auntie, because I understand what your problem is, Auntie.
Every other panel.
I understand what your problem is, Auntie. That's why I'm not mad at you. I don't have to curse you out. I don't have to be disrespectful because I understand. But you understand, you don't have to be mad, Auntie.
No, did he know? that I was gonna pay back.
AT, all you doing is putting on the show while I'm trying to really tell the truth.
Okay,
You
he's
putting on the
right now because he can't run my panel. Okay, he's in his feelings. He don't understand. Like his brain is about to explode. He can't even answer a simple yes or no question. Okay, so anyway, if we're through toying with this little kitty cat, we'll let him go because obviously he only wants to come on here to throw shade and disrespect. He doesn't like the fact that I am pro-black woman. Okay, I am pro-black.
I bet you won't leave this video up. I bet you ain't
gonna. I bet you I will leave this video. Now you have a good day, okay? Because see, the thing is, you don't know me like you think you know me here. That is a problem. You don't know me. No. Anyway, he's gone. I don't know what's wrong with him. And the only reason, now, in order for me not to keep this video up, he would have to do something, strange or whatever, and I'm going to have to block him out of my chat so he won't try to put some kind of creepy picture up there or anything like that. Because why would I not want to leave the thing up? That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense to me. He's absolutely ridiculous as a human being. But anyway, I tried. I tried. But anyway, guys, the reason why I had to speak, his service was messing up my audio. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I had to overtalk to him, guys, because when I'm on other platforms and he jumps on the stream, he takes over the whole, conversation. He derails the whole conversation. He thought for whatever reason that he was going to be coming over here to derail our conversation. He absolutely can't stand when you speak the truth about these cult leaders such as bad bus driving, SYSBM, all these He-Man black woman haters. He can't stand it. It goes out through him. And because he can't stand when you're telling the truth about him and them, he tries to jump on the screen and gaslight the whole situation. And I absolutely agree. Sugar and Spice, he is a chaos agent. Now, I don't know who's paying him to jump on here and act a monkey, and act an ass. But he does it all the time. And I specifically let him on here because I knew that he was going to act like the ass that he is. Okay? That is the only reason why I let that agent come on my platform. Now, if you have to co-sign white supremacy, racism, by the way, you are clearly an agent. Okay? You are clearly an agent of chaos. I don't even know if this man is black. He speaks derogatorily. He speaks about black people. He uses us in the third or fourth person. Y'all, and you people, and y'all people, as if he's not black. Okay, now he sounds black, but is he black? I don't know. Maybe he could be using some kind of voice muffler or something because he speaks. He talks at us, not to us. He said, "Y'all need to be unified. Y'all need to be this, and y'all need to be that." It's just ridiculous. It's unfortunate, but he's an unfortunate little person. But I'm sorry we got sidetracked from our making fun of these crazy knots. But it is what it is. We don't have to worry about David anymore. Okay, I don't know why he thought he was going to try it over here, but he had to shoot his shot. So, okay. Keitra said he was sent. That's why you're winning, Miss Olivia. I agree, Keitra. I don't know who sent him over here, but yeah, I agree. He was sent. They suffer him on other platforms. I don't have to suffer his butt over here. Okay. True. Sure. Cloud said, obviously, Auntie's B1. Honey, he know. Okay. He said, if I felt that she were an anti-black man, thank you, Cloud. There's no way I would have been with her from day one. See, a lot of people don't know that, Cloud. A lot of people don't know that. He's the very meaning of the word obedient. He sure is, Cloud. The verbal assassin said he speaks from an Anglo or fake superiority. I absolutely agree, verbal assassin. I absolutely agree with you on that. He thinks people are stupid or slow. But if you can't come over here and tell me why, you know, what they call the dominant society seeks to commit genocide on us, if you can't come over here and tell me that, or what you think about that from a black, thank you, verbal assassin, from a black perspective, from a pro-black, you know, standpoint, then you don't know your history, number one. Okay? You clearly don't know your history. All right? Or you clearly are one of these people like the SYSBM want to burn the black community down. Okay? Clearly. A lot of these people that get on here and they don't like to stay on target. All right? A lot of these people don't want to tell you the truth, like they are trying to replace us at the bottom with the illegals. Okay? They want to deem us non-producers. And what do you do with non-producers? We've had a history lesson in what they do with the people that they, a race of people that they feel are not producers. They lock you in the gas chambers. They put you into FEMA-like work camps. Okay? That's what they do to the non-producers. All right? So I don't know what he's talking about. I think I'm muffling. Anyway. Yeah, I think they're flagging me. I'm gonna get off it anyway. Can you hear me, Keitra? Hit the one, Cloud, if you can still hear me. Just let me say my closing, and then we'll get off it, guys, because we've been on here far too long. It's after 12 o'clock. If you guys can hear me, hit the one, just in order for me to say my outro. Okay, I'm assuming that you guys can hear. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. G said he's very condescending and thinks he's the sharpest knife in the box. Yeah, he's demented. He's as mentally ill as the rest of them, Deej, and that is the why he acts that way. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Okay, please hit that like button on your way out the door. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Okay, and feel free to share this video. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I'm sorry it took this long, but thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I love you guys so much, all of you, okay? Even if you don't love me, I still love you. You know why? Because that is what I am required to do, okay? So with that being said, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile at somebody. And never, ever, ever, don't ever, ever, never, ever, ever forget to love your beautiful melanated self. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Peace.